But let's see if they're breathing somewhat a sigh of relief over in St. Tammany Parish, where Bob Courtney and the entire News Star unit is standing by. Bob, what's the situation over there? Lots of bad weather, it looks like.
Well, John Pastorek, I heard you say just a few moments ago, you and Andrea, that they had closed the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. I think from the shot we did just a few moments ago, you can see exactly why they did that. And right now, we're standing back in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn in Slidell. Just a few moments ago, these trees back here were really blowing. Right now, as you can see, they're barely moving. What has happened is the wind has begun to shift here, and it's beginning to come out of another direction now. The rain is starting to come back down again. A few moments ago, just before you came to us, it was almost completely calm here. So we're obviously in the outer edges of this thing, and it's now starting to come from the other direction. In a few moments, we're going to be leaving from here. We're going to be moving over towards the Gulfport area to inspect some areas of reported damage, and we'll be getting back to you then.
Bob, any indication at this point how severe the damage is in that area?
Well, reports of damage, John, are sporadic. When we were coming back to the hotel, we did notice the hotel is without power. That's because a major power line here just, about 50 yards away has fallen down and cut off power to a very wide area here. There's also sporadic power outages all over the city. We've had some reports of some minor damage to houses, to roofs. There's been some trees blown down. But right now we don't have a real clear idea of how extensive the damage is in this area, because most of our communications has been cut off because of the power outages and the lines being down.
Bob, we've had some reports over in Gulfport of some tornadoes causing extensive damage there. Have you had any reports of tornadoes or the like over where you are in St. Tammany?
Well, I did get a line into Civil Defense a few moments ago and talked to them about it. They have had no reports of tornadoes in this immediate area, although they have had some reports of very high winds and high wind damage.
What about on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, where you guys did that live shot earlier? What's the situation over there? Did the water, in fact, come up like you anticipated?
Absolutely. The water came up so rapidly, John, that we had a difficult time seriously getting out of the area. The water had come completely over the road, the only access road into that area, which is in between a kind of a drainage canal and a bayou, and the water was rushing in. There's a pumping station there, which was not operational. Now, I don't know if it was supposed to be operating or not. It probably couldn't have handled all the water anyway, but it was rushing past that pumping station and across the roadway, and it got pretty deep there, and I would imagine that whole area right near there is out and underwater.
Well, thank you very much, Bob Courtney. Be sure and be careful and try to stay dry. I know you've been out in the rain, and it's probably tough, but thank you very much for reporting for us. Bob Courtney standing by live via News Star 2 in St. Tammany Parish area, and it looks like the rains and winds are still whooping up out there. Well, Andrea, of course, to the north of there in McComb, Mississippi, we have many viewers there, and the people up there are also prepared for heavy winds and rains. And with me on the phone right now is Deputy for the Pike County Sheriff's Office, David McManus. David, can you bring us up to date on the situation in McComb? What's going on?
Right now it's just cloudy, overcast, wind gusting to about 45, 50 miles an hour, and very little rain, very little.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that eyewitness report. As we said, he could get some more rain and wind in the coming months, and in the coming hours, rather. I tell you what we're going to do. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll check in with Kurt Lee, and we'll get all the latest on the coordinates and the latest movement for Hurricane Elena. That's coming up right after this.